Uber has become its own noun. You get an Uber. Right now, we're working to take it to the next level so that Uber can be its own verb and you can simply Uber it. Hi and welcome potential investors. My name is Barbara Palm and these are my colleagues.
My name is Melane.
And my name is Elise. And we are part of Uber's development team. We're here to talk to you guys today about why Uber is a good investment. And we're going to do this by talking about how it has proved to be better than taxis, how we are expanding into China and other foreign markets, and our upcoming technology and future plans. So let's get started. So as you can see from this graph, Uber is the #1 startup company worth $50 billion. So let me tell you how we got there. First, Uber is faster, cheaper, and it is more convenient than taxis. So studies show that ordering an Uber, 92% of Ubers arrive within 10 minutes of ordering it, while only 16% of taxis arrive within the same amount of time. And one thing that helps Uber be so quick is when you order it, an Uber driver who's in the closest area is the one who picks you up. And studies also show that Uber is 20 to 30% cheaper than taxis, which is also in a lot of cities in the US, correlation between the decrease in deaths due to drunk driving and Uber entering the cities has proven that this also helps with that. And you can download the Uber app to your phone and order your Uber car from the app. You don't have to worry about the hassle of paying the driver because it just takes it out of your account on file. Another thing is that you don't have to worry about parking. We all know in Austin that this can be an issue. And also, Uber cars go to areas that are a lot of times underserved by taxis. They just don't go to those areas. And also, Uber has Uber Pool, which allows for people to carpool. And so this reduces pollution and it also reduces traffic. One of the problems that Uber has kind of been facing lately is public officials from cities such as San Francisco and New York City are trying to place caps on the amount of Uber cars that can operate in the city. But polls overwhelmingly show that the public is just against this because Uber is in such a high demand. So now Melanie is going to talk about Uber in China.
Uber's international success is outstanding. We operate our business in several cities in 60 countries all over the world. For US investors, probably one of the most interesting emerging markets is the Chinese one, due to its high growing rate. China is considered to be the world's largest transportation market, according to Business Insider, having 7.5 million rides a day. Forbes even predicts that by the year end, China will likely produce more rides than the US. So as you can see, there are great opportunities to invest in Uber China. But we've also seen obstacles. In February, two of our competitors, Didi Dash and Kuaidi Dash, merged to Didi Kuaidi, our strongest competitor. Furthermore, the Chinese local government tends to support their own companies against foreign competitors. In order to deal with this obstacle, we built a strategic partnership with Baidu, China's largest and most used internet service portal. And as you can see on the chart, all the obstacles couldn't hinder us from growing. We started with 1% market share in January 2015. Only 3 months later, March 2015, we tenfold our market share. And now, another 6 months later, we have a market share of around about 30 to 35%, according to our estimations. One reason might be that we are considered to be 35% less expensive than normal taxis are. But nevertheless, we strive for more. We want to add another 100 cities in China within the next year, and therefore we need your financial support. We want to attract new drivers and extend our market share. Now Elise will tell you more about our future projects.
Over the last 4 years since our launch, Uber has expanded so much. But because of the such competitive market that we're in, we're always working on new technology and implementing new ideas. So first, I'm just going to go over a little bit about the driverless Google cars. So this is actually a really exciting thing for us here at Uber. Google invested $238 million in our company. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Google Maps and Google Mountain View in order to program our Uber cars so they can literally be driverless. This way, because one of our main goals here at Uber is to reduce costs for consumers, this will help achieve that goal. Second, we have the emergency button. We actually implemented this due to consumer demand and consumer requests. Currently, this feature is already installed in the app. What it is an SOS alert system. So in the app, you have a button that you can press in case the authorities do need to be contacted. Although we don't predict this to happen, if it does, the passenger will feel a sense of security. And last, we have Uber Pool. As Barbara previously mentioned, it's a ride-sharing experience. So this is more of an up-and-coming project that we're working on, but it's basically a carpool. So for example, when you call an Uber, you'll get in, and maybe 1 or 2 minutes out of the way, you'll pick up another passenger. Whether you both are going to the same destination or different, the cost in the end will be about half. So once again, we're really focusing on decreasing consumer costs. Even though these are just 3 of the things that we're working on, in the future we have many more things that we're going to implement. So in conclusion, we talked about taxi rivalry, which included some of the benefits that Uber can offer over a taxi service. Second, we went on to Uber abroad. We talked about our growth and expansion in China and how we wish to continue that growth into the other countries that we operate in. And last, I discussed the future plans of Uber. I told you about some of the things that we have already implemented or are working on implementing currently. So thank you all so much, and hopefully Uber will be a future investment. Now we're going to open it up for questions.